This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
Hey everybody, welcome to Groomer Humor on Pet Life Radio. As always, we are your hosts. I'm Rudy V, along with my son, Anthony Ray. Guys, this episode, we're going to be talking about shampoos. Certain shampoos, what's good, what's not, certain ingredients, how to use them, what to look for, and what to stay away from. We also got our very funny comment section coming up. We got all of that and much, much more when we come back on Groomer Humor.
Has your pet ever suffered from digestive issues, anxiety, or joint pain? We want to address these issues and more with high-grade CBD oil from Alpha, made specifically for your furry friends. Using Alaskan salmon oil as a carrier, Alpha Pet's 500 CBD oil is lab-tested for quality, consistency, and safety. Plus, we are giving Pet Life Radio listeners 25% off and free shipping with code PL25 for a limited time. So visit myalphacbd.com/dogs now. That's myalphacbd.com/dogs. Because your furry friends are family.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
And welcome back to Groomer Humor. Once again, we're your hosts. I'm Rudy V with Anthony Ray. Guys, thank you so much for listening. As always, we love you guys. We really want to hear from you. We love doing the show. And as we mentioned before the break, we're going to be talking about shampoos. Guys, we get this question a lot. Like, what kind of shampoo should I use? What should I not use? We're going to get into that in a few minutes because it's very important. There's so many shampoo companies out there right now that it kind of gets confusing. You know, it's so we want to really talk about what to stay away from as opposed to what to look for first. But we're going to get into that in a little bit. But first, let me address my son here, Ant. What's going on, man? I love you, dude. You're my son. Like, how come you don't call me no more? What happened?
I'm tired of you. I'm just tired of you. We
Is
work together.
Yeah. Was it all the trips to the doctor, the varicose veins thing? Because you didn't come yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't. Oh, yeah, and of course that's the one that you're focusing on. The one I've brought you there 10 times early on Mondays, but you don't. The one time that I'm not needed, and I say, hey, Dad, I'm just going to sleep in this time. That's the time you're going to focus on. Of course,
a son should call his father.
I do call my father.
You know what it is, Aunt? It's just that you're not even like my son. You're like my pal.
Yeah, sometimes that's not a good thing. Sometimes it's a great thing. I don't know. I don't know if it's good or bad.
It's not good, man. I mean, it's good and bad, but it's like I don't know, man. Is there anything that you don't know about me or I don't know about you?
Not really. I know a lot about you. Yeah. Even like down to like tiny things. I know you can't stand Bruce Willis.
No, I don't like Bruce Willis. He's not an action hero. He's from Moonlighting. Okay, yeah. Guys, how do we forget this? Okay, it's not that I can't stand them. It's just that I'm sorry, but he's not Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's not Keanu Reeves, man.
Yeah. Oh, John Wick. John Wick is the man.
He's Bruce Willis. I mean, wasn't he chasing her?
Brucey
Willis. Wasn't he chasing around a blonde around New York City for half a decade? And all of a sudden now he's Die Hard. Now he's swinging from building to building and he's got a machine gun. I don't buy. He's not Sylvester Stallone in First Blood. He's Bruce Willis.
He's Brucey Willis.
He's Brucey Willis. I don't know.
Yeah, that's like a tidbit about you. Hey, Bruce, if you're listening, we're just kidding. We love you.
We're just kidding. I do love you. Do you want to sponsor the show?
Yeah, do you want to? Can you sponsor the show?
Please.
You were really good in Mortal Thoughts.
That's where I love Bruce Willis. See, don't listen. Take that back. I love Bruce Willis. I just don't love him as an action hero. I think Mortal Thoughts is one of my favorite movies.
That was a good one. I like a good one. What else is I know you're not big on the Rolling Stones, the old Stones.
No, man. I mean, I like a few
I tend to agree with you on that one.
I don't know. I just don't. I don't. But listen, I'm entitled to my opinion. I like a few songs, but for me, I like the Beatles, man.
I agree with you. I'm not a big Rolling Stones fan. I like a few songs, just like you. But again, Beatles or the Rolling Stones. I have no idea where that question ever came from. To be honest with you, it's a really weird question, but it gets asked a lot. Got to go Beatles on that one.
Got to go Beatles on that one,
isn't it obvious? I don't know.
Obvious, man. And like, I'm more of a new waver, man. I grew up in the 80s. I like bands like the Cars and Blondie and things like that, man. That's what really got me going. So
I love Blondie.
I'm sorry, but Rod Stewart's If You Think I'm Sexy, listen, I love it. Stop. I love it. Are you kidding me? Title alone, If You Think I'm Sexy, yeah.
The title alone get me excited.
Title alone's getting me excited, man. Come on. I stop dissing. Stop dissing. You gotta love it. You gotta love those 80s bands and Duran Duran and all that. Pat Benatar.
We should just do this every time at the top
Illusion.
Of the show.
Illusion.
Yeah.
Don't forget that band Illusion back in the 80s too.
Yeah,
okay, those guys.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah, they were all right. Wasn't a big fan. Just kidding.
The girl was hot.
Yeah, I knew them.
I knew them too.
Yeah. I was going to say, we should just do this every time. We say something grooming related at the beginning of the show, and then by the end of it, we just never talk about the shampoo.
We never talk about the shampoo. We never get to
I
our
thought they were
topic.
going to talk about shampoo.
But we are. We're going to talk about shampoo right now because here's the thing. Everybody has hair. Well, most people have hair. But
except for Bruce Willis. He doesn't have hair anymore.
And me. But
you got some. You got more than Bruce Willis.
I got a little bit left. A little bit. But let's get into this, guys, because this is really, really, really important. As we mentioned before the break, there are so many shampoo companies out there right now just like putting out products. And here's the thing. A lot of them are really, really good. I mean, they're probably better than they've ever been. I've been in this business a really, really long time. And with what we could do now with dog shampoos is amazing than what you could have done even 10 years ago. Yeah, I mean, again, there's specific shampoos. There's medicated shampoos, tar and aloe, oatmeal shampoos. There's so many different shampoos right now that you really have to kind of make a decision and do your research. But the one thing that I want everyone to kind of look for is let's stay away from really, really bad chemical ingredients. And 9 out of 10 times, I'll tell you right now, if you're purchasing a shampoo and it's very cheap, it's not expensive, chances are it's got some of these really harmful chemicals in it, such as propylene glycol. Guys, no good. No good. You don't want this in a shampoo. You don't even want to breathe some of this stuff that they're putting in some of these shampoos.
That sounds like something you put in your engine to help keep it clean. What is it?
Yeah.
What is it? Sodamine glycol?
Sodamine.
Sodamine? I'm sorry. I'm hungry. I want some soda.
Diet sodamine.
Diet sodamine.
Glycol.
Glycol.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's a lot of these things are just chemical based. They're not natural products. Sulfates, sodium sulfates, parabens. I mean, parabens, it's a wax. These things they're harmful. They're harmful even to you and I. Right off the bat, alcohol. I mean, if you see alcohol in a shampoo, listen, if it's one of the first ingredients or even in the middle, stay away from it. Formaldehyde. Guys, we put this in dead bodies. Like, no. Why would you put that in a shampoo? So again, my point is look at the ingredients before you go putting it on your dog. Just because it makes suds doesn't mean that it's good. Anthony's armpits make suds. It's bad.
There it is. There it is. I knew. Yep.
If it smells like a pit, it is a pit.
Yeah.
So
I don't even know why I'm surprised. I know the episode was going to be about shampoos today. I knew that was coming back to me somehow with the showering thing. I knew it. I just knew.
But Ant, while we're on that, didn't you tell me one time that you were shampooing your hair and you were just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to soap down with the shampoo. I don't need soap.
Yeah. I mean, I was in a rush. I mean, to be honest, if I'm being honest, there has been times, not often, but there has been times where I just shower with like no soap just to get wet real quick.
That's not a shower though.
I disagree. When I come out of the shower, I look the same as somebody who just used a lot of soap. I'm wet.
You're wet.
Yeah.
So
Wet.
like you,
My
like
hair's wet.
I guess towel it off kind of thing. Just
Towel it off.
Towel clean.
Listen, I mean, sometimes, again, if you're in like a wicked rush, you know how it goes here. We've said it on the show a lot. Sometimes we get out of the shop at 2:00 in the afternoon. Sometimes we're out of here at 7:00 at night. I got stuff I got to do. So sometimes, I don't got time for soap. You know, just like, get in, quick dunk, get out.
Quick dunk. Yeah. But listen, my attitude towards that is, listen, it's better than it was.
It has to be better than it was. There's no way it's not. I mean,
you know, I remember as a kid, if I ran through the sprinkler a couple of times, I considered it a bath. I was like, Mom, please, do I have to take a bath? I ran through the sprinkler.
Yeah, I went through the sprinkler.
I went through the sprinkler, and I
may stink, but at least I can talk right.
Anywho.
You started all that. That's all your fault.
So, guys, let's talk about these shampoos, though, because, again, it's very, very important. A lot of really good shampoo companies out there that we truly, truly believe in that aren't using these harmful products. And I want to talk about, I was reading the label of, this is one of my favorite shampoos companies, guys. It's Earth Bath. Earth Bath puts out a great shampoo. And when you go to the back and you read the ingredients, just below the ingredients, there's a non-ingredient. It literally says non-ingredient. This is not in this product. And it says anything that would harm your pet or the environment. And I love that. If a shampoo company is making that statement, guys, by all means, it's more than likely a really good shampoo. So things like that. And it goes on to say that this product contains no soap, gluten, DEA, parabens, synthetic dyes, or cruelty to animals. And the runoff of these shampoos is good, meaning that when you rinse the dog off and it's going down into the system, into the sewer system and everything, that it's safe and it's not going to harm our environment. So again, guys, I just think that we should be more on point with this. Don't just go buy a really cheap shampoo that is going to be harmful to the environment, and more than that, harmful to your dog or your cat. So let's look at some of these ingredients. Okay, what you got here is right off the bat, purified water. And you got colloidal oatmeal. You have a plant-derived and coconut-based cleansers, vitamin A, B, D. And I like this word too. It's food-grade extracts from vanilla and almond. Okay, food grade. Guys, that means that, it's so safe that it's almost edible. Mm-hmm. Not to eat it or anything like that. But again, they're just specifying how safe this product is. So Earth Bath, guys, thank you so much for putting out this shampoo. We use you guys all the time. And anybody else out there that has a good shampoo company that wants to get yourself out there and want us to talk about it, why don't you contact us here at Pet Life Radio? And we could talk a little bit more if you feel that your shampoo is worthy of being talked about, because that's what we do here.
I love the way you sounded. That was so cool. You went real Italian on that. Hey, you know what? And if any of you guys out there think you got a shampoo that's better, okay, why don't you talk to us about it? So this goes, what's what we do. It's what we do.
That's right. That's right. We might even have you as a guest on our show. Okay,
we'll give you the whole thing. We'll give you the whole thing.
We'll give you the whole thing.
What does the whole thing include? The whole thing. All of it.
Whatever it is.
All of it. The whole thing. You can bring on a show. The whole thing. The whole kit and caboodle.
The whole kit caboodle, whatever you think, whatever you want to do. But I'm serious about that. Give us a call, man, because that's what we do. We want to promote a good product and, again, promote people that are worthy. Because here's the thing, too. It takes a lot of time and effort to put out a shampoo like that. It costs a lot more money. If you're going to sit there and extract aloe vera out of an aloe vera plant, as opposed to putting, methylene in benzene, Carrie.
Benzene.
if as opposed to
just fans right. out there,
as opposed to dumping a chemical into water, then yeah, of course, it's gonna be more money. But again, we want what's best for the dogs. And again, this is the other part of this too that I love is that there are so many different types of shampoos now that we could use for a specific reason. For example, if your dog has eczema, there's really, really good medicated shampoos out there that are veterinarian grade that will when you use them, you will see a big result, to the point where, hey, it may even heal it. And early on, a lot of these shampoos were only made available to veterinarians, and you can only get it through a veterinarian. But now, you can get it anywhere. So why not take advantage of that? It's a great time we're living in.
Oh, yeah. Joyous.
Even say like, you got the oatmeal and aloe vera shampoos for dry skin. You got de-shedding shampoos. You even have the CBD shampoos now,
those are all the rage now, too.
Those are all the rage,
popular.
man. Exactly. And those shampoos actually help not even just with skin problems, even like ailments and muscle problems, things like that. So again, who would have thought that you can get that through a shampoo? So
we should do a video on our channel trying these different shampoos on our own heads.
Well, I did. And look what happened to me.
Oh, you did that?
Well, again, I was doing it with a less quality shampoo, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. See,
that explains a lot.
See, if I knew about Earth Bath 15 years ago, then maybe I'd have some regrowth or something. I don't know, but
yeah, you're a bit scalped right now.
Yeah, and
the old skin yarmulke going.
I got the skin yarmulke. That's why when I go to Temple, I don't have to put my yarmulke on. It's just built-in. I got a built-in yarmulke. All right, so. Shalom. Shalom, my friends.
That's funny. You're so Italian, but you're Jewish now. Hey, shalom.
Shalom. Hey, I'm everything. I love it all. I love it all.
We go to temple. They do the whole thing. The whole thing there.
Shout out to my Jewish brothers and sisters out there. That's all there is to it.
What is it that Sebastian Maniscalco says? Same company, different divisions. Italians and Jewish people.
And that's it. We're same company, just different division.
Same corporation, different divisions.
Yep. Jews and Italians. We got so much in common. Yeah. We're all nuts. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's me and you are definitely not sane. I don't know how much of that is the Cuban in me or not, but my Lord, I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Yeah, you got that Latin beat in you, man. Well, but you can't dance a step. What's the matter with you? I'm Italian and I could dance salsa. You're Cuban and you eat salsa.
Yeah, well,
so
who doesn't eat salsa? Stupid thing to say.
Well, you're supposed to be able to dance the merengue.
I can't dance Spanish music, but I can dance a little bit. I got hips. They lie a little bit. My hips don't lie; they fib. Just a little white lies. I can move. Dude, believe me, if I got enough cocktails in me,
Yeah, I've seen you. Yeah.
I can gyrate.
I've seen you scrape it up on the dance floor.
Yeah, scrape it up a little bit. The whole thing.
You listen. You want to come on? You want to come on board? Come on board. Give us a call.
Yeah. You think your shampoo is something good? Shoot us a text for the love of God. We'll talk about it.
Let's talk about it. But in all seriousness, we really do believe in really good quality shampoos. Currently, what we're using here a lot is we're using Double K Oatmela. Great shampoo. Double K, just been around forever, man. I mean, I've been grooming for 34 years. I mean, Double K has been out for a long time. They have a lot of different products. I think they're known for their blow dryers. They're known for a lot of things, but they do put out a great shampoo, Oatmela. Again, good ingredients, good quality ingredients. And just stay away from these chemicals, man. I mean, not just with shampoos. I mean, we just got to stay away from chemicals, man. It's they're just bad news.
Bad news chemicals.
Another thing I want to talk about too is how we use these shampoos. There's always directions on them, and it's important. Listen, don't take it lightly. Everything needs directions on it. A lot of them will say, leave on for 10 minutes, rinse, repeat. You could do that. My take on it is, because sometimes dogs don't like getting bathed or whatever. My take on it is if you do a good enough first bath, you're not going to really need to rinse and repeat. But with these shampoos, it is important that you let this stuff sit on the coat for a while and make its way into the skin, and so that it's more effective. You don't want to just rinse this stuff off, because then it's just not going to be effective. That's like Anthony just taking his sprinkle shower, without soap.
I stand by it.
It's not. What'd you say? I stand by it.
I stand by it. I stand by that decision.
And maybe your thing is like all natural, like you believe in the body oils or something. Is that maybe your
Hey, man.
You're
I've said this in the past. There have been times where I've gotten so dirty, I broke through to the other side, and I just all of a sudden clean again.
You clean again, yeah.
Your body could only get so dirty, and then it just goes, all right, reset. Screw, we'll do it for them.
Yeah.
You shed your skin. We're like snakes. That's what dust is, isn't it? Our skin cells.
Skin dust. Yeah, I heard that. I heard it. Yeah.
So all right. So if my skin's whatever, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
I know what you're trying. I'll tell you one thing. I don't care because this, like I said, this show is based on truth, and we're not going to lie to you. I'm going to be honest with you. Remember the one time I smelled your baseball cap, Anthony?
Why did you do that?
Well, because I don't know.
Curiosity killed the cat, Dad.
And you know what? It killed my adenoids because it smelled. It's indescribable. Put it to you this way. Did you ever drive by like in the back of like a McDonald's dumpster? That's pretty much what it smelled like, with a hint of, say, Cheetos. But here's the thing, Ant. Do you know, and you might not know this, you can put your hat in a washing machine. It doesn't mess up the hat. You can
that depends on what kind of hat it is. This hat I'm wearing on my head right now, I could put it in the washing machine. I don't care. But I'm not like putting my Mets hats in there. Those are too nice.
Yeah, the Mets.
Those are we're going to get into the Mets now. You really do get everything out of the show. We went from Bruce Willis to the Mets. How did we even get there? Hey. We talked about music before, too.
I love music. Man, I love music. What would we do without music? That'd be so boring.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to live in a world like that.
No.
What was that?
Mr. Jackson. No way. Yeah, no. We listen to music constantly. I mean, that's
pretty
just
much
our
all
thing.
Day, every day.
All day. It's all day we're doing it. All day.
Oh, well, the whole thing. The whole thing. The day itself, the whole thing.
The whole thing. We groom, we listen to music, we use really good shampoos. You've washed your hair in dog shampoo, right, Ant?
No, I don't think I ever have.
Really?
That's what I was saying. We should do a video of that. I would try that.
I've done it.
Funny. You've done it?
Yeah, I've done it. It's around me. It's like, it's like having a slice of pizza next to you. You're not going to eat it. Nah, listen, I need, got to wash my hair. Here's a little shampoo.
It depends on if the pizza has sodamine in it or whatever the hell it wants.
Sodamine. Diacolamine.
Diacolamine and Dr. Peppermine.
Exactly. You don't want that in there.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like sunhistamine, really. That's my diet, sunhistamine.
I have a Diet Coke addiction.
Do you?
Yeah.
I love orange soda. I'm like like Kel from Keenan and Kel. I go crazy for that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I love orange soda. It's so good.
It is good. I just I know people talk about like the whole diet thing, and here we are. I'm going to sound like such a hypocrite now because the whole aspartame thing. Aspartame. It's a chemical and everything. But I think I probably take in more aspartame than I do food because I drink diet stuff because I got to watch my weight. I don't want to get fat and all that.
I don't know what's worse, the sugar or the aspartame. But the thing is, I Googled aspartame one time, and I don't know if I got a bad source or whatever, but it said that it wasn't bad for you, that was like a myth. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. See, I failed Spanish class, and I'm Cuban, so I don't know. Don't take everything I have to say like as fact.
Right. I failed just about every class, and I'm Italian. So, but I don't know. But
that doesn't really make a difference. One thing, maybe it's because you tried to barter your teacher. Hey, I'm telling you, the whole thing. Give me an A. You know what I mean?
I was such a likable kid in school that like I just would convince my teachers to please pass me.
I've done that. Yeah. I begged my social studies teacher in 8th grade to pass me. She was so sweet.
Yeah, I couldn't play baseball because I was failing. I think it was what was it? It was history, and my history teacher was Mr. Rubin. And I was like, hey, Mr. Rubin, man, I can't play baseball unless you give me at least a C-. And he says, but Rudy, your average test scores are 52. I go, but Mr. Rubin, did you hear what I said? And he said, what? I go, I can't play baseball unless you pass me. He goes, give me the paper. Just give me. And he C-ed me. Yeah. He C-ed me, and he corrected some of my test papers. Yeah, so
they weren't so nice to me in ROTC. I was in ROTC in high school. I forget what the heck I failed, but me and my buddy Randy, we were really good at color guard. For those of you who don't know, when you're in ROTC, color guard is like, the presentation of the flags. And I was a rifleman. I was right shoulder. He was left shoulder. And me and Randy were the absolute best at it. We still stand by it today. We'd probably remember all the moves and everything. And I failed a class, and they kicked me off the color guard. And I was like, are you guys crazy? We have a competition coming up. And again, me and Randy, we would win gold medals doing this stuff. It was really fun. We were the best at it, and they kicked me off. And then they tried to blame me at the competition because I still went to the competition. I wasn't allowed to compete. And the person they got to replace me was doing horribly, just terrible. And one of my, I forget what the ranks were and all that stuff, but they come up to me and they say, "You see what you did to us?" I said, go to hell. I didn't do anything to you. Because I failed a class, you kicked me off. I should be out there, you idiots. We're not going to win now. Who cares what I got in math? I'm holding the rifle. One thing has nothing to do with the other.
I'm holding the colors here.
Yeah. We're presentation. He didn't do good on that test. You're off. Look at what you did to us. You did this to yourself. We would have gotten a gold medal if you would have let me go out there.
That's not fair, man.
It's not fair. Not fair.
It's not fair.
You're
Anyway.
not paying me. I understand when in college, like, when you scholarships and stuff like that, if you're not, like you're going to pay, you're going to, I don't know how the hell it works, but, yeah, like, when you can't play because you're on a baseball scholarship if you don't do good in school. It's like, okay, but I'm in ROTC. Give me the rifle. I can do this. Yep.
Yeah. I was never good at school. Never.
I like how you summed that all up. Yeah. Anyway, I was never good at school.
Never good at school, man. I was just one of those guys. I like to party too much. I like chasing the girls. That was my problem. Chase the girls. Party up. Chase the girls. That got me real far. That got me scrubbing dogs' butts. I wouldn't want it any other way. But anyway, what do we say, Ann? We going to break here? Anthony,
let's do it.
Wake up. I see you.
I just answered you. I'm looking right at you.
Okay. All right. So listen,
can I look down for a second? Goodness. Well, yes, let's go to break. And ironically, we have a comment to share with you guys that is about my hair. So
there you go.
Shocking.
All right. So we'll go to break and we'll come back with that.
Yeah.
Does your dog itch, scratch, stink, or shed like crazy? Come to Dynovite for help.
Order a 90-day supply of Dynovite.
Dynovite is nutrition.
Pick up 2 bottles of Lico Chops, get the 3rd bottle free.
New improved Lico Chops with omega-3, omega-6, vitamin E.
And now, 6 extra direct-fed microbials.
Even better for the digestive tract and immune system.
Try Lico Chops. Buy 2, get 1 free.
At Dynovite.com.
DINOVITE.com.
Let's talk pets
Let's talk pets
on Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back to Groomer Humor on Pet Life Radio. I am your host, Anthony Ray, hanging out with my bald father, Rudy V. And it's been a heck of a show so far, as usual. Been kind of doing it a little differently lately. We realized lately that our show has 2 names. It's Groomer and it's Humor. So last couple weeks we've been kind of just going off the rails, and because we can't forget that humor. We're both comedians. We're father and son. We drive each other nuts, so we wouldn't be doing our show justice if it was just about grooming. So lately, this show so far has been about, we've covered a lot. We've covered Bruce Willis. We've covered Blondie and music from the 80s. We've covered some good shampoos and some ingredients that aren't good for your dog or your cat for your shampoo. We covered some similarities between Jewish people and Italian people. Oh, yeah, and how bad we both were at school. So you're getting it all here with us.
Getting it all.
We are just a show of all trades here.
Yeah.
So we're going to sort of wrap up soon, but ironically, we were talking about shampoo, grooming-wise in this episode, and we haven't done this in a few episodes, but we know you guys love when we read some funny/mean comments that we get. Emails, comments on our channel, comments on our show.
I'm a professional.
So, yeah, this one is from Derek. Thanks, Derek, for this. Not sure why, but Derek says, and this has since been deleted, Derek says, I can't wait for Anthony to have a bald spot. I hope it's worse than his dad's. So I'm not sure who he's jabbing worse in this comment, me or you, because we know one thing's for sure. Derek doesn't like me. We know that.
No, he don't like you at all.
He doesn't like me. But it's also a bit of a jab at you because he's wrapping up the comment by saying, I hope it's worse than your dad's.
But in a way, I can take that as maybe he does like me, like he doesn't want it to be as bad for me, if that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Derek, thank you for the compliment, by the way, Derek.
Yeah, right. Derek, I don't like you that much. My dad likes you. You're not my favorite camper. I'm not
Derek, don't listen to him. He's just being a jerk. I love you, Derek.
Yeah, you just love Derek because he wants me to have a bigger bald spot than you. What the hell, Derek?
Well,
that doesn't leave me with much wiggle room once I surpass Padre over here.
Right.
Because at least you got the sides, Dad, and the top. Derek wants me to have like nothing.
He wants it worse.
What am I supposed to have?
Right. Yeah. He wants it to like come further down or something. I don't know exactly what he's looking for, but he might get it. But here's the thing, Derek, you have to stay on board as a subscriber or whatever. I don't know if you subscribed or not, but you should, but you have to stay on board to see what happens now.
No, go away. Yeah. Now
you don't.
Here's the thing. Derek is scaring me because he's made me realize, for those of you who've never met my dad in person, the guy's got no hair on his legs. I don't know why. You got no hair on your legs and you don't shave them. Your legs are so bare and it's coming in on mine, man. I'm getting that from you. I could see the back of my legs look like a 3-year-old. I'm just, I got some in the front, but it's fading. It's going away. What is that?
Might want to use soap when you shower. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point, I guess.
Maybe there's some minerals in there.
I guess. I don't know. But with Derek's wishes, he's slowly getting what he wishes.
It's just starting at your legs.
Yeah, it's starting at my legs, just like you, because as long as I could remember, you've never had hair on your legs. So apparently that happened about 30 years ago, that your process of hairless leg. Syndrome. You got little boy leg. It's so weird. You got little boy leg.
I have like a really young body and an old face.
Yeah, I guess. I just came out pre-aged. I was born with a beard.
Yeah, you were pre-aged. Every part of you is pre-aged. It's like you were like in a rotisserie too long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was overcooked.
You're overcooked, right?
Apparently, I had to be a C-section. I didn't want to come out, right?
Yeah, you were a C-section. Yeah,
you didn't. So I overcooked myself. I should have taken myself out. You guys gave me an opening.
You were too busy in there eating.
Yeah, but they didn't have Taco Bell in there, so
yeah,
it all worked out. Had I stayed in there,
well, when you came out and you went to Taco Bell, it was like you found your home again.
Yeah, right.
Like you knew this in a past life.
Yeah. I think in a past life I worked at Taco Bell.
Yeah, in a past life it was called Anthony Bell.
But it's usually when you say anything like in a past life, I think I was this. I just gave myself the most boring past life ever. I think in a past life I worked at Taco Bell. Really? Like not an emperor, not. I think in a past life I was a famous movie star. No, I think in a past life I worked the drive-thru at the old TB.
Yeah. I hope in a future life I'm at least taller. I would love to be like at least 5'8" instead of 5'6".
Yeah. Am I taller than you?
A little bit, yeah. With that hair, you got. But listen, when Derek gets his wish, you might be my size. So it's a lot of
Derek, man.
Derek, man, I love you, dude. Thanks, Derek.
Yeah, I love you, Derek.
Anyway, guys, let's recap the shampoo real quick, though. As we said earlier,
you're going Italian again. You're going Italian. Hey, guys, let's recap the shampoo though a little bit.
But I am Italian.
I got the Italian shampoo over here, over there. The whole thing, wherever it is.
When you are shopping for a shampoo, please look at the ingredients. Please do your research. Definitely stay away from the chemicals. Follow the directions. And again, if you're paying real little for a shampoo, that's a telltale sign that it might not be the best quality shampoo. You want to look for things like we mentioned that say, organic plant extracts, things like that. And of course, by all means, safe for the environment. We mentioned earth bath. check them out. They're a really good company. And again, there's just many, many other companies. Just do your research and use the shampoo according to direction. And whenever you're shampooing your dog or cat or whatever, always be very, very careful. Don't get water in the ears. Don't get shampoo in the eyes. Make sure you rinse real well. And you'll have a clean pet. So just really wanted to stress that. But again, do your research.
Thanks so much for stopping by, guys. As always, we'd like to thank our producer, Mark Winter. Thank you so much, Mark. If you haven't already, head on over to our YouTube channel. It's called Grooming by Rudy. That's Grooming by Rudy on YouTube.com. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We want to hear from all of you. You could also like Grooming by Rudy on Facebook. Follow Grooming by Rudy on Instagram and Twitter. It has been an absolute pleasure, as always. Go check out Bruce Willis in Mortal Thoughts. It's a really good movie. Take care of yourselves and your pets.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.